Artificial intelligence is really a hot topic these days, and the popularity of AI happened so quickly that it caught a lot of people off guard. Before we get into the services Microsoft offers in the AI arena, let's talk about AI in general. There are two different types of AI. There's weak AI, sometimes called narrow AI, and there's strong AI, or what many people today refer to as artificial general intelligence. Strong AI refers to an AI that exceeds the capabilities of humans and is able to learn and evolve on its own without human intervention. At least that's how most people describe it today. A couple of years ago, strong AI was defined as an AI that had achieved sentience or consciousness. And that definition changed, I think, because defining consciousness isn't easy, and it may actually even be impossible. When I first started teaching people about AI a few years ago, we believed that strong AI was likely decades away, and there were many who believed we would never achieve it. And it's amazing how times have changed, because there are now experts who believe we'll have strong AI within the next 5 years. AI uses neural networks to perform work, and you can think of a neural network as something like a virtual representation of the way our brains work. Neural networks excel in being able to recognize patterns in data and the complex relationships between huge sets of data. And without these neural networks, the AI tools that people use today, like ChatGPT, wouldn't be possible. Now, there's a field of AI called machine learning, or ML, that focuses on AI learning from enormous amounts of data and then making decisions based on that data. ML uses what are called ML models, and those are just complicated mathematical algorithms. It uses those to make decisions and then to improve the accuracy of the model itself. And they train these models on absolutely enormous amounts of data. Now, all of this, everything I've said about ML models and training, that's all been true and in use for many years. But the world of AI is rapidly evolving. We now have natural language processing using some of our generative AI products, like ChatGPT for conversational AI, and then Midjourney and DALL-E for image creation using AI. And these new models use prompts that the user provides to learn what they need to do. And they're advancing rapidly. I mean, very rapidly. In fact, we're now seeing enormous advancements in weeks rather than years. And I think we can expect that to continue. Now, Microsoft has long invested in AI. And in the rest of this lesson, we'll explore some of what Azure has to offer in the world of AI. People who are experts at creating and managing AI models are called data scientists. And if you're a data scientist, you can create your own ML models, you can train them, you can use them for many powerful tasks. But if you're not a data scientist, the barrier to entry for AI might be a bit tall, and that barrier might even prevent you from using AI at all. Now, fortunately, Microsoft provides Azure Cognitive Services for those of us who aren't data scientists. Well, actually, the secret truth is that some data scientists also use Azure Cognitive Services. And cognitive services are AI models that Microsoft provides in the cloud. And these models are all pre-trained, so you don't need any specialized knowledge about machine learning to use them. And they're also easy to incorporate into your existing apps. Cognitive Services offers many different services, and these include speech services that can do things like convert speech to text or vice versa. And they can even identify a speaker from a recorded sample. There are language services that can translate text and even determine human sentiment based on texts. And there are vision services that can recognize images and even objects within images. They can recognize faces. They can perform content moderation of images based on what's in the image. Cognitive services even has decision services that can use natural language processing to help you make informed decisions in your business. Now, these cognitive services have been around since 2015, although the complete list of the services has grown over time, and I think it's safe to say that we can expect this list to continue to grow in ways that we can only imagine today. Another powerful AI service in Azure is Azure Machine Learning. And Azure Machine Learning is a cloud service that's aimed at machine learning professionals, and it makes it easier to train and deploy machine learning models. It includes the ability to store big data and manipulate that data. And by big data, what I mean is so much data that a human being could not analyze it within any reasonable amount of time. It makes it easy for data scientists to develop their own ML models and then to validate and deploy those models. And it also provides powerful monitoring tools for keeping an eye on your ML models. Now, a demo of Azure Machine Learning in the time that we have together is not really feasible. In fact, we could do an entire course on Azure Machine Learning and still only scratch the surface. But if you want to check out this cool service for yourself, you can browse to bit.ly/GSMA-AzureML, and you can access some free training that will teach you all about it. It'll walk you through using it. And if this is an area that interests you, you won't regret taking a couple of hours to go through this training that comes straight from Microsoft. The most recent AI service in Azure is the OpenAI service, and this service is the result of Microsoft's partnership with the company OpenAI. OpenAI created the enormously popular AI chatbot called ChatGPT. And Microsoft partnered with OpenAI not only to enable OpenAI to run their workloads like ChatGPT on Azure for enhanced performance and reliability, but also to provide its customers with a robust AI toolset that's based on OpenAI technologies. The OpenAI service offers multiple AI models, including GPT-3 and GPT-4. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and it can understand and generate text based on inputs that are called prompts. GPT understands natural language prompts, and it produces output that is natural and conversational in nature. In fact, it convinces many people that GPT might even have consciousness, although it really doesn't. Another model in the OpenAI service is DALL-E, and DALL-E uses prompts to create images, and it's trained on a huge number of existing images combined with text that describes those images. And this allows it to understand the relationship between a description and an image. An interesting trivia, DALL-E was actually named using a combination of the famous artist Salvador Dali's last name combined with the -E from the Pixar animated character WALL-E. OpenAI also offers the Codex model, and this is a model that focuses on helping developers write code. You can provide a prompt to Codex asking it to write code to perform a specific task using a specific programming language, and it will instantly provide that code. You can even provide your own code as a prompt and ask Codex to make it more efficient or identify bugs in it, and it can do that. Codex understands a huge number of languages and frameworks, and it's really beginning to revolutionize the world of application development. Now, as of right now, Microsoft provides access to the OpenAI service only to enterprise customers. However, as the life cycle of the service evolves, it will open up to the rest of us. So if you want to see some great training and hands-on exercises with the Azure OpenAI service, including a link on how you can apply for access, check out the training from Microsoft available at bit.ly/GSMA-OpenAI.